airport musician got a big surprise after an Instagram post put his piano playing skills and his clear love of it in the spotlight. Tony was playing in the Atlanta airport when he caught the attention of author and speaker Carlos Whitaker. After noticing an empty tip jar, Whitaker turned to his Instagram followers, who showed up in a big way.
They just deposited $10,000. They? 170,000 strangers that loved your piano playing, and I asked them to give you money, and in 35 minutes, because you're a great human being and you're changing people's lives when you do this.
And the man who created that viral moment joins us now. Carlos Whitaker, thanks for being here, and what a great act of kindness. Carlos, as I understand, tips have continued to flood your Venmo with donations. What's the total up to now?
We're a little over $60,000 for Tony.
Wow. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, before you explain the situation, Tony told you he pretty much lost faith in humanity. You talked to him since. How has that changed?
You know what? I've talked to him a lot since. And this morning, he texted me and he said, Carlos, I didn't sleep all night. I'm in dialysis all night. And he said, normally I sleep great. I didn't sleep because my mind kept racing. And I am convinced now that humanity still is good and that people are still good. So I'm seeing it change Tony's heart. And because it's changing Tony's heart, it changes his family's heart. It changes his family's heart, their friend's heart. And it's just starting to spread, and hope is starting to spread. And that's what I'm desperate to see happen again.
I like it. You're a hope dealer. Why do you think it is that this simple, random act of kindness took hold of so many people, effectively changing Tony's life?
Yeah, you know, that's a great question. I really feel like people are desperate to root for something together again. We've been so divided for so long over everything. And finally, people just saw an opportunity. I didn't ask Tony what he believed about this issue or that issue. I just said, I want to help you because you seem like a great guy. And so people rallied behind it. And, you know, it's just, people love to feel good. There's actually psychology that shows that giving, when you give somebody something that affects them, it actually boosts your serotonin levels. So there's psychology that shows us that when we give, it is definitely better to give than to receive.
Carlos, I also want to ask you about this. What lessons can we learn about the ability to create extraordinary moments like this? After all, you were just sitting at an airport. What moments are we potentially missing?
We are missing so many moments. And the reason why, this is why I believe we're missing so many moments, is when we see a moment in front of us that there's a potential that we can create some good. There's an opportunity for us to be embarrassed. There's an opportunity for us to be rejected. And that embarrassment and rejection ultimately will keep us from doing these good things. But I tell people all the time, you must risk in order to rescue. If there's going to be a rescue in a moment, you've got to risk something. It's being uncomfortable, it's being embarrassed, whatever it may be. And it doesn't have to be a $50,000 or $60,000 tip. It can be something as easy as walking by somebody. I was on the plane the other day and a woman walked by me and I said, those are the most beautiful pearls I've seen all day long. She was an old lady. And she almost pulled me out of my seat and looked at me and said, thank you so much. My husband gave me these pearls. He's since passed away. And I just want to thank you for noticing. That's all I said, but you could see it change her countenance and her day changed. And so I'm telling you, we have the ability to affect so many people by our kindness.
I love it. And, you know, the thing that I think mostly spoke to me was the fact that you weren't buried in your phone. You took the opportunity just to look up and hear the person who was playing music. So, Carlos Whitaker, what an extraordinary moment. Keep passing it along. And we appreciate you being here with us today.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.